Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome to another live session with the Hype Magazine. I'm your editor-in-chief, Jerry Dobie, and this evening, I got a special guest with me by the name of Young Deji. He
Hey,
is the creator of the Woah. Everybody was doing that dang on dance. We've seen people do it. Some of us destroyed it and should never do it again. I'm guilty. I am guilty.
yes, sir.
So I really appreciate you being with us, man. Well, let's talk about from the outside looking in, man. I know you've done interviews before, but I've never heard anybody ask you, how you see yourself, Young Deji, from the outside looking in.
I'm just a Nigerian guy who was brought to America, and I'm just living out the American dream for my
Right.
family. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Okay. All right.
yeah, just a family-oriented type of guy. Musical, most definitely musical as well. So
Okay.
that's just who I am.
What was the defining moment that brought you to music as a career, though?
I would have to say my sisters. My sisters used to listen to all the old school jams, from Tony Braxton, Tevin Campbell, and I used to just surf the internet, just, oh, what's this song? Search, and YouTube gives you other options like, okay, since you listen to this is this. So I dived in like, dang, it's so much beautiful music out here, real music. Like,
Right.
so I just tapped in, and that's how I fell in love with music. I just been on it since.
And then as a career, how did you choose it as a career?
I'll have to say school and my friends. Um, Shout out my friend Teezy, Ty Sinatra. I know you're gonna see this soon. So he's actually the reason why I started taking music serious, because I was popular in school. So he was just like, man, everybody knows you. Make music, make music. So ever since then, me and him have been going back and forth. He made all my beats. Everything that I started out with, he was always been my engineer and producer. So we started from 12th grade and here we are now.
Okay. And you're from Houston. What part of Houston are you from again?
Houston, Texas, Southwest, A-Leaf, Texas.
A-Leaf.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Houston has a rich musical history and
Yes.
real amazing. So, who were some of the artists that you took a shine to out of that region early on?
In Houston?
Yeah.
I would have to say Trey actually played a big role, the whole ABN, DJ Screw, Sauce Walker. Of course, Sauce Walker. He's one of the first people to reach out as well. That's from Houston. Who else? There's so many people. Slim Thug, for sure. And Paul Wall. Paul Wall definitely reached out to me too. I love Paul Wall. That's my guy.
Champ. Yeah.
The people's champ. Yeah, shout out to them, man. I love Houston. I love all them, the Houston culture. You know.
So you started making a big splash early on with your mixtapes and whatnot. So I think the one that I picked up on early on was hold on, let me go back, because you had one that really stood out to me in the beginning. Yeah, the Enjoymenting. I love that. Yeah, your big project, Enjoymenting.
Yeah, Enjoymenting. So what's the question? Is like, how did that come about?
Yeah, how did that one come about?
Enjoymenting has to be basically me being in LA. I moved from my hometown, Houston. I just jumped. No, nothing. I just came to LA and I just basically started a whole new life. And that's enjoyment, and that's how enjoyment came about. Like, I was just enjoying life and my process, like enjoying it. I'm loving it. Like, for real. It's so fun, just going to different places with Wiz, places that I've never been, doing things that I've never done in my life, that I never even thought that I'll ever do either, so,
right.
A lot of women.
So. Yeah.
y'all could probably see the cover, you know. They play a big role in that album as well too, because I met a lot of women and the different energies and the type of things that they taught me, you know.
Right,
So
right. Been there, done
yeah.
that. I was a young man once. I understand. I understand. So, you got signed with Wiz. Wiz was supportive of your first two mixtapes, and you caught on. And so, how did he reach out?
Okay, so how me and Wiz actually met, it wasn't even on music first. It was like more so the dance.
Oh, okay.
Basically, my friend Sosa Man, shout out Sosa Man from Sauce. He bring me to Wiz Khalifa's house. Let me backtrack so in case they see this, be like, oh, Deji, let me backtrack. Okay, so one of my friends from Houston, Vanilla Trill, shout out Vanilla Trill. He goes by Chris, actually. He told Ludi about the dance. He told him that it came from me. So Ludi actually told Wiz, like, yo, it's this kid, Young Deji, he's from Houston. He's the one who actually made the Woah. It's him. Don't let nobody confuse you. Da, da, da. So Wiz like, okay, well, all right. I need to meet the dude, you know? So Sosa Man is also signed to Taylor Gang. So he actually reached out to Sosa, like, yeah, tell dude, come through, come teach me the Woah.
Okay.
So I had been going to LA, just taking trips. And I met up with Sosa Man like on my fourth trip to LA. And he was just like, Wiz wants to meet you. Just stay at my house. And when I'm done doing what I need to do, I'll take you over there. So I stayed at his house all day until we went to Wiz's house. So I got to Wiz's house, and that's how we met. I taught him the dance.
I taught him the dance.
Yeah, I taught him the Woah. I got him right ever since. Yep. Okay. Yep. That's how Snapchat came about.
Okay. So amazing relationship. You're relatively new to Taylor Gang. I mean, Chevy's been around since almost the beginning.
But that's actually the first person I met when I came to his house. I didn't even meet Wiz as soon as I walked in. As soon as I walked in, I met Chevy. Okay. Chevy was already, I felt, real recognized, real, you gonna know. So I was chopping it up with Chevy. Chevy is so cool. That's one of my guys. It's one of my OGs, man. He taught me so much. Okay. So yeah, that was one of the first people I met. And then Wiz came in.
Okay. I'm listening to English Sounds, your newest release that dropped with the 26th. And it shows some growth, some definitely sounds like you defined a sound now for Deji. Talk to me about your progression.
So basically English Sounds, I started feeling those type of beats, all those beats correspond to each other. That's how we feel, me and my group. I have a whole group, 9-5. So I only hang around the same producers. It's just us. We just brainstorm off each other like, oh, you heard this beat? Try to make something like this, but not exactly the same. You know what I mean? Right. That's how I came up with the sound English Sounds, because I felt like the beats were like something that people from London will listen to. You feel me? So that's how I came up with English Sounds. That's how that came about. And we just kept going. We just, like a whole month straight, we were just doing sounds like that. And I was just, doing new things, just trying new things. Right. Hopping on these, attacking the beats different a little bit, I was trying to stay I really, really want London to hear this. I want to take it there. I want people from London to say, wow, it's a guy from Houston. And he fucks with us. He loves us. So
yeah. So London Bridge was a message to the people in London, obviously.
Yeah, kind of. Like London Bridge, yeah. I use that melody. It's actually a whole story. English Sounds, it's a story of me actually meeting a girl, and I actually fall for the wrong girl.
Oh wow.
Then yeah, so if they go listen to the album, just keep that in mind. Like that's what's going on in the whole album.
Been there, done that too. I was young then. Definitely fell for that one,
Yeah.
man. Um,
Yeah.
okay. So what's coming up for 2022? Like London Sounds, I know you're gonna let it marinate for a little while and let it kind of take hold. And now that we're coming back outside a little bit, I know you got big plans for first quarter. Talk to us about 2022 first quarter.
I definitely do. So basically 2022, this is for hip hop. My next album is gonna be called Acceptance.
Okay.
So basically to me, acceptance means, accepting my process. I'm accepting my process. I'm accepting how this is going. I know I'm not all the way number one yet, but I'm accepting my process. You feel me? I'm accepting exactly where I'm at, all the work and everything that I go through. I'm accepting it. So that's what this next album is about, acceptance. And it's for other people too, to accept their process wherever they are. I know everybody goes on the gram and they're like, dang, everything's working for this person and they're up there. You got to accept your process. You have to accept where you are in your,
Right.
on your road, on your road to success. So that's the next album.
Everybody has to navigate the maze, you know what I mean? And you got to find your path through to straighten it out. You know what I mean? And it takes intestinal fortitude. 10 years is the overnight success in the music business, legitimately. You know what I mean? There might be some people who get it, 9 months, 10 months.
And I feel like that's what it is right now. Like everybody feels like their stuff needs to happen overnight. Like even people are killing themselves. Like people are like just dying because stuff is not working for them right there and then, It's like, that's what you got to go through. You got to go through those years of not having as much, just being in the background. You have to go through not being the one that's being called, chosen,
Right.
So
I understand.
Most definitely.
Yeah, patience is the key. We don't have a lot. They used to call it the microwave generation. Now we're calling it the TikTok generation. You know what I mean? Where everything happens in 20 seconds or less or 30 seconds. And you get 1 million views on TikTok. Doesn't necessarily translate to butts in seats at a concert venue. You know what I mean? Yeah. It just means that you got a clip that everybody liked and felt you for 30 seconds.
That's it.
And you rolling.
That's it. I don't think a lot of people understand that. That's deep right there.
So
I hope people see this for sure. Just for that one right there. Like, yes, those 1 million views are not 1 million seats at a concert. Like you can say today, like, okay, well, all you 1 million people that see my video, none of them will be there. None of them will be there.
None of them will be there. What's the most fun for you about creating music, bro?
Man, just doing it, just being free, not having nobody like telling me which way to go. Why do this? You should do that. No, I actually just go by like how I live. This is really us. Like, especially meeting Wiz too. I met a lot of artists in this game, and when I met Wiz, it was like a family thing. Like I felt at home. Like he bring me in the family like one of them. Like I was born from his mother. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So it's like we really family oriented around here. Like Thanksgiving, Christmas, like we're all together. We're one. Like, so that's how it is too in the studio. Like we all a family and we let everybody's free. Just go in. We just go hard. That's how we do it.
Okay.
That's fun for me, like the family and just being free.
Okay. So with all the songs that you hear and the sounds that you hear, I know that you said that you create with the same producing team all the time, but are you still like able to vibe out the music as a consumer, or do you find yourself analyzing it all the time?
Oh, that's a good question. Nobody ever asked me that. I still consume. But the thing is, I consume anything that's different. That's the crazy part. If it's something that's the same, I automatically like, oh man, it's the same ass shit. Like, I don't want to listen to this. Like, no way. You get what I mean? But if somebody comes, brings something different to the table, I'm never that type of person just because I make music like, oh, I don't want to listen or die. I'm out here. I listen because actually motivates me. It gives me, you know, I bounce off ideas like, oh shit, that's cool, you know. So yeah, I'm still a consumer to a certain extent.
Um, I feel you. I'm like always analyzing. Of course, I get about 200 submissions a day, so that's a lot of music to listen to, and so much of it sounds the same that I get disappointed a lot of times.
Yeah.
Like, within the first 30 seconds, I'm hanging my head like you did earlier, like, oh no, here we go.
Exactly, because that's all you really need. I feel like all you need is that first 30 seconds, you know, like, am I locked in or is this is about to be some bullshit? You know?
Yeah. And that's what really impressed me about English Sounds, you know what I mean? Is like English Sounds is that you came different. You it's a full ride through. It's something on there. When I actually already started writing the editorial to this conversation. So I was like, there's something on there for everybody. And I'm 58, be 59 next year. And there was something on there for me, you know, that I was like, okay, he met me where I'm at too. So this is
for sure. And that's how I look at it. I want to make sure I'm reaching everybody. I don't just want everybody to think, okay, he's just having fun with it for the kids or that. I'm like, yeah, no, the kids can listen to this too.
Right.
And everybody, even the grandma can listen to the she can vibe out to this. For sure.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's what I'm on.
I was like, you know,
really appreciate that.
It's all good. I was just having fun with it. I listened to it, and then I heard "Find You." Huh. I'm like,
yeah.
I was in LA. I came back to Kansas, right? And I'm like, this is a great place to find yourself again. Then I hear the song "Find You," and it's like, you know, learn yourself, meet yourself again, understand where you at and where you came from and where you want to go.
It's real.
And meet yourself again.
That's real. See, I love that. I love it when people pick up like their own idea of how they feel about the song. Like, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful, for real.
I love it.
I really appreciate that.
Is there anything you wanted to cover that, let me back up, because you've done some interviews. My question to you next is there a question that we as journalists have neglected to ask you that you've always wanted to answer?
People don't really ask me where was I born, because a lot of people don't know where was I, like, where is he from? Was originally, like, your mom and your pops, like, what are you?
Nigerian.
You know? Exactly.
So, right.
A lot of people don't know that. When I say, yeah, I'm Nigerian, everybody's like, what? You're African? Like, I didn't know. Nah, like, I am. Like, I'm full-blooded Nigerian. You know what I'm saying? So that's one question that, like, a lot of writers don't ask me about. But yeah, that's it. That's about it. But,
I mean, we don't ask. I wouldn't ask because I read it. So I'm like, okay, well, he's from Nigeria, transplanted to Houston. So anybody who's worth their salt does the research before they get on the line with you. So, but that's cool. That's cool. Was there anything that you wanted to cover, rather, that I may have neglected?
I don't think so. I mean, besides, I think I covered everything besides, like, everything that I really want everybody to know, which is my albums, English Sounds. Make sure they go get all my albums. Actually, yes, all of my albums.
Yeah.
All of my albums.
Need the collection. Need the collection.
All of my albums.
Yeah. I think that you're going to be somebody we're going to talk about for a long time, bro. You know what I mean? I don't think you're just a today thing. I think that you're a tomorrow thing as well. And tomorrow never comes. So that means we'll be hearing about you for decades. You know what I mean?
And that's what I planned, man. Because when I came in, everybody was like, you need to stop making these type of songs. I don't know why, but everybody wanted me to make the dance music.
Yeah.
That's all they wanted me to do. Like, just make dance music, bro. That's it. But I just can't do it. I can't, and I don't think I ever will.
You got something to say.
I know. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And we just gonna keep on riding this all the way to the top, man. All the way there.
All right. Brother, I appreciate the time that you spent with me. I understand you was chilling, and we got this. It's a little later for me than it is for you, but I really appreciate the time that you gave me. I hope that we'll get a chance to talk to you again, man.
Definitely.
I'm really going to do my best to support what you got coming out and want to stay in tune with what you're doing. I like it. I like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Get the people. I could send you, like, for the next album too, I could send you some merch too. So if you get your address, I could send you something too, man. Send you some merch for
I'll
sure.
wear it too. You hear me?
For sure.
I got some stuff from Rock the Bells over here that I'm ready to unpack it. So I just bring it on. I'll wear it. Yeah. I dig the hoodies. I dig the hoodies. So
that's a bet, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much.
All right, everybody. The Hype Magazine live sessions. Young Deji. English Sounds is the new album. It just dropped on the 26th of November, and it is a full ride. 7 songs that'll take you on the trip, that'll deposit you safely at the end of the journey, though, and you will have learned something. And my editor's pick for that joint, Find You. Most definitely. Love it.
Love.
Thank you so much.
Love. Gang.
All right. Peace out.